Time now for our parent to parent segment. Parents, as your high school junior or senior is visiting colleges and universities to better make the decision about their future, it's important to know that picking where to attend, that decision is vital in helping to avoid any transfers of schools. Now, to help us find out some more about the hidden costs and making sure that you make that right decision the first time, Potential Magazine publisher Pam Mashburn. It's so good to see you, as always. This is a huge decision, one of the biggest ones that your student will make in their young life. So, of course, you want to make sure that you go through everything with them, because this can end up costing you a lot of money.
Yeah, it really does. When I started researching this some more, and you know, you kind of go and they say, oh, I loved the football game and the Saturday, but then they get there and they're like, oh my goodness, this is a lot more work, or it's really far away from home.
Or look at how big these classrooms are.
Exactly. There's too many people in here. Yeah. So, you know, and so you think, oh, well, if they make a bad decision on it, they can just transfer later. And apparently about a third of kids do that.
That's a lot of kids who don't make up their minds to stay somewhere permanently, but and they're young and they're going to make
I mean, what they're wearing and what their music tastes, they change in 6 months. So yeah, we have to guide them in it. But I thought one of the things that would be really important is to talk about what happens when you transfer. So maybe you can explain this to your kids.
Okay.
But one of the things is losing transfer credits. So this is a good instance. Let's say that you're going to study nursing, and you go to this one school, and then you say, oh, but I want to go to Auburn, and I want to study nursing there. Well, Auburn so you may have already taken biology, but the nursing department may want you to take their biology.
Right.
So then that's just an elective, and you don't need any more electives. So it's going to take you longer to get through because you have to take their classes.
Right.
So on average, it takes 2 more semesters to graduate.
So you can't just assume that biology here is going to be biology there. They might ask you to take that class over again, even if it has the same title to it. It doesn't mean it's what they want you to know.
And they'll accept it, but they'll say it's an elective.
Okay.
So those are those hidden things you don't realize.
Okay, so you might lose transfer credits. Right. That is a big one, and that could end up costing you a lot of money in the long run.
Yeah, because 2 more semesters, that's a whole nother year.
Yeah.
So with the average cost of, you know, a 4-year college being $86,000, that's another $20,000. Not to mention, all of a sudden you're not working. You should have graduated, be working and making, you know, $30,000. You also don't make that money either.
So you can tack that on.
Yeah, so tack that on
to how much. So that one is lost transfer credits. 2, you're losing income because you're not working in that year that you're using.
And you're spending more money. That's right.
And spending more money.
And then the other thing is sometimes people make decisions, you know, emotional decisions. Oh, I don't like it here anymore. I want to go here, and they've missed out on the financial aid money, and they can still apply for it, but you know, it runs out. So once everybody gets in there, if you're the last one in line, there might not be much left.
It's gone. Yeah.
So you've got to be smart about that. And then the biggest thing, and most parents don't realize it, is that most of our freshmen are going in with scholarships.
Yes.
Merit scholarships.
Yes.
Once you transfer to another 4-year university, or if you come from community college to a 4-year university, there may be some scholarship money there. But that big merit scholarship for freshmen, gone.
Gone. So that's a big chunk out of it.
That is a huge chunk.
So finding the right fit is not the easiest thing to do. You have, let's show the Potential Magazine cover.
Aren't those kids so cute?
Yeah,
they're seniors, and they're all making these decisions right now.
Yeah, they are making these decisions. We want you to look for this wherever teens go. But let's go back to that list too. You want them to go to those schools more than one time.
Right, and you know, just because the kid says, oh, I want to go to Auburn, I've got my son going next week to 2 more. We're going to JSU and UNA, because we're going to make an educated decision and see where there might be some other fits.
Right.
The other good thing, so tour often. Don't just go on, the game day. Tour, get to know your admissions counselors, talk to random students.
Yeah.
And say, hey, where are you from? What do you think about it? What, because they'll usually give you the straight scoop on it. The other thing is, my kid changes what he wants to do as a career every month.
Right.
So come up with their top 3 and make sure that school has all 3 of those career interests.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Sit in on Classroom. We were saying that you want to get that feel for that. And finally,
find out if they're getting jobs when they graduate, because you've just invested, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 are you going to get a return on that investment?
Yeah.
You know, and if they're coming back and they're going to have the same job they would have before they went to college, that's not a good investment.
And also from Potential, this great checklist. It's the college organizer. It has a lot of great information in here, some tips and things like that. It is free and it's being offered. All the schools should have it, right?
Yes, all the high schools should have it. And there's this is of course showing a lot of words, but there's also a lot of little templates in there. Like this is a great one. So when you're going out to visit the campus, this list over here just gives you something to talk with your child about. Well, what did you think about Greek life? What did you think about the school? What did you think about the classes? And you know, my oldest son, his big thing was pretty girls. You can add that on there because that wasn't on the original list.
Thank you so much. I think most of our sons would add that to the list.
True.
It's so good to see you. Thank you. Good
Tanya.
luck with everything.